That's better, but still extremely quiet. Oh, that slightly laggy footage. I hope that doesn't end up being a thing. Nope, still a thing. Maybe once they're actually, like, done adjusting whatever they're adjusting with the capture card or whatever. Cool matchup. Hugo, Ken. Ah, wake up super. Ken actually does have a few frames of invincibility on that shit. Hugo's very tall. He did the super jump after the super, and Hugo was so tall that it prevented Ken from crushing up, crossing up. Cool anti-air. Wow. Oh. Cross up was difficult to combo out of. Generally speaking, it's really, really hard to combo out of cross up in this game. Which is very fair, actually. Oh my god. Okay, your hard DP blocked, land and do another hard DP. Hard DP does have invincibility. Unfortunately, it's only invincible until the frame it hits, and the frame it hits is very small. So one, it can trade, and two, certain attacks can beat it outright. Universal overhead can clean beat a reversal hard DP from Ken. Whew. It's very mediocre in general because it's surprisingly small. I can be skipping these parts. Same Hugo. What the hell, I've been streaming for 2 minutes and no one said anything. That stand strong was nice. Hi. Ooh, it was almost good. I can't even imagine the universe where you get the first three but not the fourth one. What happened? What went wrong? He just air parried 3 times, didn't react to the EX. 3 should have been more than enough to react to the EX. Maybe he thought he would land and block, but that's still super weird. Why would you not just OS the extra parry? I have a lot of questions about how on earth he failed to get the next and last parry. Maybe he just sucked at counting. Autopiloted a 3-hit parry. I would think it would be common knowledge that Ken's EXDP is 4 hits. It just goes up 1 hit per strength. Fairly simple. Very nice. There might have been a kill combo there, but it's tricky because he had to... Oh, very cool. He had to do a punish that wasn't stand strong, which would have required some forward walking. Like he may have been able to get parry, walk in, ultra throw, and that would have dizzied for sure. With the follow up. Black poison so good. That was a long delay by Hugo after the air parry. That was nice. Wonder if he was anticipating a cancel by the Ken. Ken already showed that. Crouch Fierce cancel. That's not a common anti-air, but it's quite effective if you're reading a parry. If you're not reading a parry, it's a waste of meter. Like you can do anti-air Crouch Fierce, and then if they don't parry it, they just get hit by it, then your EX Hadoken looks fucking stupid. Because it doesn't hit anything. Oh, that's probably gonna work. Very nice. Looked like the startup of Ken back forward or perhaps stand forward. Ape escape when? Soon. Nice confirm. That confirm is a lot smaller than it looks. It's only barely longer than raw confirming low forward. It's like in other Street Fighters you'd have like an hour. Nice reset. To confirm a low forward fireball into a super. But in this game the fireball has to be cancelled before it even comes out. Ah, that was kill. I'm surprised that didn't kill. Or dizzy. Stand jab is super scary for Ken right now. There's one. If he's throwing fireball, stand jab can trade with it. And stand jab trading with it would kill Ken. Hugo's being real timid with it. He doesn't want to overextend at all. 35 months. That's so much. How can someone sub for 36 years when Twitch has only been around for like 10? I don't remember when fucking Justin TV showed up. When was it? It's probably like 2014. It was like 5. How's this even? Ken's actually in a much better position between the EX Fireballs and the potential EX Tatsus. It's not 7-5s, it's 5-7s. Ooh. Again! What went wrong? That's easy. The last one's free after the first 3. Did you try to switch over to crush block? And hope the last hit would miss? But then he would have just blocked. I recognize me a Lex Luthor meme. That can work. That can catch a jump away. Against some characters, if they do like jump away roundhouse and you do reverse whole air, you can actually catch them before they hit the ground and it's a punish. Because they already attacked midair, so they can't parry. After neutral throw, you either have taunt to increase your defense, which is not that good, but it can be okay early game. Or you can shoot down backbreaker to chase them. I don't think that's enough. No, it was. He only lost like... I saw how far away did the super and I was like, that's going to lose a lot of chip, but didn't lose that much chip. He only lost like 1 of his 7 hits of chip. Nice calm Yang that we don't care about. There we go. A real ass Yun. Wonder how the calm Yun uses Gine. You only got a 1 in 3 chance of even running into that. If you even run into Yun. Oops, I forgot to change my stream title. I finally did some work on my game yesterday. After not having worked on it since MK11. It was very intimidating to restart. But then once I started, I immediately fixed a bug that I didn't notice before. Whoa, Pekin. And it increased my confidence quite a lot. Command grab punish. I don't even think command grab builds meter in this game. No, stand jab whiffed. Oh, there's a punish. The failed cancel! Come on. I cleaned up some animations too, although it doesn't matter that much because every single animation in the game is a placeholder. But I still want to be good at making animations look better. Things in this game that are inconsistent and with punishes? I don't know. No idea what Seijen was talking about, no idea what he means there. Not saying he's wrong, I just don't know what he's talking about. Oro's not so much a whiff punish kind of character, and most of my expertise is relating to him. He can whiff punish a little bit with pokes, but that's it, it's just a poke. And most of his pokes are very long range and kind of slow. People... I'm not gonna... Whiff punishing is a much different skill than you would think. People do romanticize whiff punishing too much. Sort of. It's complicated to explain my thoughts on the matter. Whiff punishing has a lot less reaction, I feel. than people liked. I think people romanticize the reaction of whiff punishing when really it's more about creating ideal circumstances and knowing when people usually hit buttons and what your buttons would do to those buttons at those ranges. That's where the actual like whiff punishing expertise comes in. There are reaction whiff punishes. There are plenty of them. If you've ever punished Zangief Lariat, that's like the world's easiest whiff punish. He like sits there and spins forever, and then you hit him. But if you're whiff punishing something like a low forward, in most games, that's like by the time you have to whiff punish it, you can't even react to the fact that it was a low forward. It's more about knowing that if he was hitting a button at that range, it would be a low forward. You know what I mean? And replying with, this is a calm Sean. Replying with something that would be a good whiff punish with that timing of low forward. I think whiff punishing is a giant show of skill that people seem to believe it is. I think they're accurate on that count. Cool ender. It kept going. What the hell? I thought he was out of juggle potential here. That's an unusually long ender. That was really cool. So he instead of just doing the shoulder forward fierce dash punch, he did the palm shoulder forward fierce dash punch. I've never seen that, and it built like 60% of his skin age bar back. That was fantastic. Very nice. Yeah, the air reset can give him some kind of neat stuff like that. It doesn't actually like reset the opponent's scaling or anything, so it's not super important. I think being good at whiff punishing is very telling of how experienced you are. But it's usually not telling of a player's reaction. People often incorrectly attribute reaction to some crazy whiff punish stuff that happens. Like if you see Chun-Li whiff punish a low forward with crouch jab and then super cancel that crouch jab, that's fantastic, that's amazing. But they probably didn't react to a low forward per se. It was probably mostly knowing that this low forward could come out here. And then reacting to any button press. And it being a low forward and knowing that your crouch jab could beat that low forward from that range at that timing. You see what I'm saying? Ooh. That might have been a punish. That was an on-hit dash punch, but they're pretty bad in Gene, to be honest. He probably got it on accident. There are a lot of scenarios in Street Fighter that can basically only happen to you if you play a shit ton. And if someone's really good at those scenarios, that's very telling. Like trade combos. Trading a fierce with a jab and then comboing out of the fierce. Hard to do that in training mode. Well, not anymore. SF5 actually lets you do it pretty well. But SF5 I wasn't even talking about because comboing trades is a lot more specific. It's kind of rare to be able to get a trade combo at all. I was playing... Who was it? Who was it? I don't think it was Lucia. I was playing Sakura versus someone, and I traded my low forward with another low forward, and then I hit a button. It was like stand short, and the stand short comboed out of my low forward. So even though we traded two mediums, I still comboed the trade. And I was like, whoa. I don't think it was Lucia. It was in that latest video I did, where I played against Lucia. I think it was Vega. No, I don't remember. But it was in that video, and I only played like 2 people. So it was Lucia, I guess. That's a weird thing to do there. The EX Fireball probably would have been a lot better by itself without the super. Technically speaking, it was Lazy Bones who posted on Shoryuken's YouTube channel. But I'm very grateful that he did. Stupid calm Sean. Oh, actually that was like perfect. This is quite a good Yun. I wonder if Light Dash Punch would have punished that sweep. He's not doing it. I think if a Yun had that, he would have done it. Yeah, crouching opponent makes that easier. Look at the meter build at the end of that. See how I whiffed some close strongs there? Close strong whiffs a lot faster than like far strong or low strong. But normally you can't whiff a close strong because it just hits the opponent. But over there, Ken was knocked over. Aw, that's a lot of damage. This matchup is usually regarded to be even. That uppercut could not have hit even if it was Kara, by the way. Whoa. That was no whiff punish. Yum was just caught walking back. Hi, Vega Champ. No, I have not. If anything, I've been deliberately letting myself lax to have more interesting matches at Wednesday night fights. I usually don't even play before going. I'm not very afraid when I go, to be honest. And I'm usually trying really hard to do fancy stuff in the matches, which unfortunately last Wednesday night fights led to some pretty uninteresting stuff because I mostly fucked up. But I did get a couple fancy things. I'm being really aggressive with my parries every single time I go. But it's difficult because everyone kind of just hits buttons. You know what I mean? It's very easy to fall into playstyles in Third Strike. There are a lot of options that are just... That was a sick whiff punish. You see that? That was a real ass whiff punish right there. Pick secondaries. See, I thought about that. My Elena would be fine against everyone there. But Elena's not so fancy. Also, Elena appreciates the EX buttons that I don't have. I'm putting in money. I gave $10 last week, and I was like, break this into whoever gets second and third. I think it was always going to be the biggest right at the beginning, and who knows how sustainable it is. Whoa, this is a real match. Close strong, close forward probably would have been better. Close strong is more reliable. If the close strong hit on a grounded opponent, he would have a link combo, but most Yuns pretend that link doesn't work. The thing about close strong short into dash punch is that it doesn't add a ton of damage, and it's not a free link. It's not that hard, but it's not a free link. And if you drop it, you get fucked up. .12 actually can be somewhat fancy, but not with combos. Fancy 12 is just really efficient dashing. Let's jump hard kick pseudo loops. Oh, that was the link, see? That's exactly what I'm talking about. He actually got the link and still dropped the combo somehow. But that's precisely what I was talking about. Young players almost never go for that because it's not super duper rewarding, and even when you get it, or rather, even when you get it, it's not super rewarding, and if you drop it, you get fucked up. 12 is actually fun. Very scary for Black Yun right now. He's set to chip and dash punch is unreactable. This is now extraordinarily scary. Dash punches are bad here from Red Yun. You want to commit to nothing. .12 has a great design, but just poor balance. It's the truth. Necro is cool. Everyone likes watching Necro. Isn't it kind of weird that Yun can get his close forward and still be out of range of hitting the close forward? Aura technically has that too, but it's very, very specific. Every now and then he can get close forward or close strong outside the range of their hitboxes. Necro's got 2 overhead specials. One of them is more obviously an overhead because he jumps. There's the link. Yeah, SF4 it was a bit more common than it is in this game. I think that close normal range was normalized in SF4, but don't quote me. In this game it's not. Every single normal has a different range for the close version versus far version. So for example, Oro has to be very close to the opponent to get his launcher close strong, but he can be somewhat far away from the opponent and still get close forward. Close forward has much better range than close strong. Like it goes a lot farther, that is. It's like in this game, every single close normal, they just like picked the range where the close normal would no longer hit, and they called that the far normal range, which is a good way to do it. Ooh. 12's heavy normals midair are quite good, but they don't work with his instant air dash. That feels very deliberate. The Tard Flail special is his strongest punish. I'm sad to say that's actually true. A heavy version of the Tard Flail special will do more damage than any cancel. And the EX version more still. If you want an actual useless special move, it's the non-EX flat is very useless. The dive. The EX dive is quite good. Troll does not have an air grab. It's Ibuki, Chun-Li, and Aura. They're the only three. 12 would appreciate an air grab. 12 can jump off walls, like Chun-Li. Ooh, EX shoulder. If you just treat 12 like he's not allowed to get damage, but he is allowed to have good neutral, his design is quite good. It's just that, you know. It's for, well, it does a couple things. Stand forward doesn't cancel, but if you do a super jump cancel, you can get ground cancels out of it, or ground supers out of it. But it also gives him a combo into SA2, and it's actually a pretty good combo. Or rather, it's his only way of confirming SA2. It's close medium kick, super jump cancel, instant air, super 2. It's quite precise, but not inconsistent. Oh, maybe, yeah. Well, it gives you the combo to super 2. It's literally for, like, jump pressure. Jump roundhouse, stand forward, re-jump, dash, jump forward, or jump strong. It's like that. It doesn't lead to much, but it keeps you in. A lot of his stuff has a purpose, it just sucks. It's just not as strong as what other characters have. He's got a few normals that are basically useless, but that's not unusual. Just moves with too much recovery, or not enough range. Oh, no ATC. Was that a red? That was nice. I can't even imagine being ready to red parry there. Air Axe is not super useful either, but it can be really good for chip out. It's like weird that he can even do that move midair. He definitely has no combos. Bread and butter for 12 is literally like close strong into one hit of light axe. Gene is a million times better than any of Yang's specials. How can you be watching this Gene and not see how ridiculous it is? Oh, the ground reset. He didn't even pick him up for the juggle. Oh, you wouldn't normally uppercut there. He thought he still had one hit of Gane, and he was real close to having it. Yun has no... Yun's wake up is actually worse in Gane than it is normally. He's still got the start up in all his moves, generally speaking. It's not as high, but it's there. He can't do anything instantly. And he has no threat of an EX uppercut. So if you manage to knock Yun down in Gane, you better have some meaty pressure that'll waste some more time. Crushing opponent? I don't know if he had anything. It was low forward activate. That's fairly... I don't think you get anything from that. Maybe you do. Hold up. Alright. Here I am. I find that people typically like Yang more than Yun as a character. I don't know why. Maybe it's Luigi syndrome. Both of them have no personality, but one of them's an underdog. Nice. In low-level play, Yang is one of the most popular characters, and Yun is completely unseen. It's tricky to call which one the cool one. Because technically speaking, Yang is the more hot-headed one too. Yang is cooler in the sense that he's like more passive than Yun, who's more kind of energetic. But Yun is more happy-go-lucky. And Yang is more serious. Yang and Yun are not so far apart without Gane, to be honest. They're probably a real similar tier. Yang might actually be better. It's hard to say. It's tricky because Yun's other supers are both good. Yang's definitely better if you just discount supers entirely. That's true. Sei is readily available, and if you activate it against Gane, you can very easily prevent Yun from approaching with very little risk. I did switch around my days off. I now have Sundays off. I'm not off today. I'm going to work in like 3 hours. That was a very low connect dive kick, which is why Yun got to land before eating that close forward. There's the uppercut before the Gane ran out, and there's his follow-up to get the recorner. Yang's SA1 is a super weird move. It's not very fast at all, and it's a single parry, so you can actually parry it post-freeze pretty easily. I think it's actually safe. I haven't looked at the frame data on forever. No Yang picks it. I'm pretty sure it's safe. +1 on block. Unfortunately, he has very few ways to combo into it. Command grab is like the only way. If you TC into it, the medium punch TC, it doesn't do very much damage. It doesn't connect very well against airborne opponents. It gets a few hits, but not all of them. So if you get a command grab, I think you get low forward into Super 1, and that works. It's not super duper strong, but it's, you know, it's there. Red pairing the last hit of that TC is super powerful. Yeah, it's like for the meter and for the fact that it's 1 bar, SA1 is, Yang SA1 is not very good at all. Yang SA2 is okay, but it'd be nice if it had more setups than the medium punch TC and an uppercut. Close forward. The Wednesday Night Fight guys didn't do it. They just read a comment that was insulting me on Twitch. They don't know as much about the game, so they're more willing to read comments in the middle of watching a match. The way I am right now. Yan SA2 has quite a lot of setups. You can do low short to super. You can do stand strong, low short into super, low strong, stand short into super. You got jab short strong into super. Button into shoulder into super. Command grab into low strong into super. Yan can land his SA2 fairly easily. It's decently fast too. It's like, I think either 3 frames or 4. And it has okay range. It's not great. It's about quarter screen. Theoretically, I'm still doing those videos, but there's a lot of time and effort that goes into them. And there aren't that many characters in this game. And I'm definitely not going to cover them all, so I don't feel any sort of pressure to like finish anything, you know what I mean? There's never going to be a fucking SRK Urian video, I don't think. I just don't know enough. Can I do Aura next? It's probably going to be Yang next. I could do Auras, but just watch the Man of Gold tutorial. I could cover Sean. Yang's SA1 is 1 frame start off if you're point blank. That doesn't sound right. Oh, SA2. That still doesn't sound right. What is it? Someone look it up. It might be. Assuming that we're talking about 1 equals 2. 0. Good lord. It really is 1 frame startup. Good knowledge. Did you know that that super in SF3 is one of the only ultras in the game with no invincibility at all? Or no hit invincibility at all? That's super rare. Just about every ultra in that game, unless it's like Rose Ultra 2 or like something like that. Something setup oriented. Just about every ultra has invincibility. Even invincibility you wouldn't guess. There are a lot of things that break Gene. Car ability is good. Yan can approach without ever actually committing to anything. It also increases his damage, because he gets really nice car combos in the corner. But typically the neutral, the priority is the thing that I would point to when talking about why Gene is stupid. Every Yan normal cannot trade with your normals, he'll just win. So you have to actually clean hit him, which is very difficult because he's got like non-stop normals. And then the fact that his command grab is there. And he gets like these conversions out of his command grab. Yeah, the meter length is another thing you can point to very easily and say this is bullshit about Gane. It's just so short. You get it so quickly. Despite the fact that it's one of the best supers in the game, it's just always there. Oops, all Ganes. If that was a serial, I wouldn't have it. Huh, that jump there. Normally it's quarter circle forward, light kick, Kara, light punch, and you get a Kara, light dash punch. I actually know that one. There's a lot of mysterious stuff that happens during Yan Gane where I have no idea what's actually happening. It's mostly a whole bunch of buttons into on hit, you confirm towards fierce, and then you get juggles from there, I think. You can see the normals, but it's just kind of hard to figure out what the hell's going on. This nice little calm Oro. Hey Dudley. That's cool. Oh, very cool. Dudley's moves have such short, like, startup and recovery. The hitboxes are nice too, but just like low strong and close strong, or far strong. Well, you know, Dudley has no close and far normals, I think. An 8-2 could be for level 3G versus Geef. It's pretty awful. The upside is that Zangief just needs to knock G over to get him down to level 2. But it's not like Zangief is great at preventing G's charges. In fact, he's one of the worst characters in the game at preventing G's charges. It's a not very good matchup in general. SF5 is pretty balanced, but I wouldn't be surprised if that one was like a 6.5, 3.5 in its entirety. Nice. Could confirm. Ducking actually has a super cancel window, even if you don't do the follow-up. Dudley is the least played of the top tiers in this game. He's got kind of the same gimmick as Ken, but he's harder to play and requires more like a mastery. His struggles are a lot better than Ken's, but in terms of like damage and normal dominance and Oki, he's similar to Ken. Yeah, in this game usually considered to have like a top 5. It's like a top 3 or a top 5, depending on who you ask. If you're just talking about the immediate top tiers, it's Yan Kenshan. But then if you like step back 1 inch, you can throw Makoto and Dudley in there. Dudley's had probably about as much tournament success as Makoto when you factor in how many people are playing both of them. You can red parry Oro stones. Makoto's a lot more common because she's a much more unique archetype. But Dudley, if you look at like matchups, Dudley's not at all far away from the top tiers. He doesn't really get fucked by any of them either. If anything, he's quite strong against Makoto. I think his worst is against Chun-Li, but it's not even that bad. I'm not even sure if Remy's super parries stones, or his counter stones rather. But like, why would you do that is my main question. Why wouldn't you just get a red parry and then super 2 with Remy? Huh? Dudley doesn't even have Thunderbolt. Didn't you know? Oh, you wish. I read that as I think. I'm dumb. My bad. That dart shot. Oh no! What the hell was he even trying to do? That's a weird time to get that. I don't think he had a link there. That was like a delayed towards medium kick. Is that link in the roundhouse or something? That was super weird to do a machine gun blow there. That's why they took it out, because it didn't do anything. That low fierce. Wonder what it was. Heavy shoulder. There are a lot of moves in this game that are more or less useful depending on the level of play. Azanchu is an example of a move that's decent at low level play and useless at high level play. Not useless, but like very specific. Ibuki's a cool character in 5. She's well designed. Follow your heart. Yeah, it's like used as a delayed attack to catch parry lock, and it's used to dodge attacks a little bit as well. If you're just doing it raw like an idiot, you'll probably die. But if you like go over a low with it, you have a real chance of hitting it and being close. Left close. I think he's talking about this game. Ibuki's super setups are not great, or rather, her super routes, the super she can go into, would be more accurately called not great. SA3 is fairly easy to combo into, and she's got a lot of confirms into it, but you only have one of them, and it doesn't do a ton of damage. Comboing into SA1 is unbelievably specific. Comboing into SA2 is even more specific. That's possible. I think generally speaking, SA3 is her best super in a vacuum. But, you know, the fact that you can only hold one of them makes it way worse than SA1. Not way worse, but like worse. If you could hold 3 SA3s or 3 SA1s, SA3 would be a million times better. Ibuki actually has another link. She can do towards medium kick into a button into SA3. Depending on your opponent, the button might be a bit different. Sometimes it stands strong, sometimes it stands forward. The chip is quite good with SA1. Like, the chip is really good, to be honest. It's fantastic. Let's not underrate Ibuki SA1. It's amazing. It does almost as much damage on block as it does on hit. And it's also like, if you do the instant air ones, it's a mix-up with throw. So it's not hard to get. And then, it's also safe, which is fantastic. Yes, people all the time, especially me, say forward, forward. That's why I usually say towards forward. But people get mad at that. People get mad when they hear towards. They're like, why don't you just say forward? I've heard that before about Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. I'll call something towards 2, and it's like, why not forward 2? It's like, shit, didn't you understand me? Clearly you did. But it's literally just towards, so I don't get verbal overlap. That's not the fix I would give Ryo. Let's put it like that. It would be strong. I would just give him better fireballs in general. 6-2. Oh my god. What a mess. Alright, the buttons are now 1 through 6, and the directions are 1 through 8, but Roman numerals. What the hell? You see that hitbox? That was jump hard kick. Yeah, Sakura literally like got Ryu's old stand short. Feels nice. Sakura's is a little bit better, if anything.
でも俺結構なんか負けるイメージなんだけど。まあ、やわこいからそうそう。端でしょそう、端で死んじゃうパターン
Oh, excuse me, 1 through 9, but Roman numeral.
硬いやつは出たいよ。ユリアンとか。でしょなんかルグレとか空中で引っかかって、あれそうそうそう。ジャンプ大パンとかルグレとか。意外とバカになんない。そうそうそう。あれっていう。まあ、幻影前方ぐらい減るからね。5分じゃん。じゃあ。ノーゲージでそんな減るなの。
Interesting.
空中ヒット限定だけどね。まあゲージいらないし。まあ、確かに。ゲージはいらない。画面端行くし。行く。むしろいいじゃん。むしろいい。むしろいいじゃん。
What's the actual name of Ken's step kick? It must have one. If you like go into the move list and look at towards medium kick, it must have a name. Like collarbone breaker and all those. Dart shot, like that one. Forward step kick. Right on. So it's forward even if you say the name of the move.
東西戦参加される方、エントリー用紙に名前の記入よろしくお願いします。あと10分15分ぐらいで締めています。よろしくお願いします。
I don't know what I would change about Kage. I quite like him, to be honest. The most obvious thing you could do is just give him a bit more health. 900's a nice amount, right? But 950 would be even better. The same Baffael that plays Unist? No. Technically, yes. Let me think about what I want for Kage. Maybe a third V skill when in VT1, or is that too greedy? A less useless uncharged V skill would be nice, I think. Well, it's not that it's useless, but like just make it a bit better on block. A TC into V skill, I like that a lot. That's something he should get. I was thinking about that just recently. Most characters who have an attack V skill have some way of comboing into it, either TC or the ability to cancel into it. And that gives him an alternate route that's not as strong, but at least builds V meter. Like Chun-Li has that, and shit, there's another really prominent one. Ibuki doesn't. I guess Ibuki technically does. You can technically do EX Kunai into V skill. So yeah, Ibuki does. And yeah, Nikali and Ken both have it. See, that'd be nice if Kage had that. Vega has it, but I'm not even sure if I've seen Vega players fucking touch that shit. Most of them who do the TCs just go into special moves. Vega gets his V trigger like every round anyway. He doesn't have to worry about V meter that much. It's not like his V reversals are fantastic either. You go. 今日ちょっと配信台周りで作業がありますんで、11時半ぐらいにちょっと閉じるかもしれないです今日。多分。I think it'd be fairly innocent to make Vega's super invincible. I know that the reason it's not invincible is because it doesn't have a super freeze immediately, and they want invincible supers to... They think it'd be cheap if a super was invincible and does that much damage but doesn't have a freeze to telegraph it. That's why it's the way it is. But, I don't think that would be that big of a deal if Vega just had invincible super. It's okay, he can have that. Did they change that about Fong at any point, or was it always like that? Because I feel like I remember his... Was the super always invincible? I feel like I remember something relating to that, but I don't remember what. I remember it dropping out of combos. That was funny. I think they fixed something about that. It is kind of weird that Fong doesn't have his freeze immediately either. I know that Vega's super theoretically would have quite a lot of range if it was invincible. You'd be able to, like, at mid-range, super through a fireball going up. Actually, you might already be able to do that. I feel like Vega might actually have some fireball invincibility on a super. I don't remember. I haven't tested that since Season 1. Or I think since pre-release. Anyway, I think that would be okay. Just give Vega anything. So yeah, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't be scary at all for him to have that. So why doesn't he have that? It wouldn't change that much anyway, that's the problem. If I was going to give one Vega move invincibility, what would it be? Oh, it's so difficult, isn't it? Alright, just take away the long backflip via reversal, the towards punches from Vega. And then give him a via reversal that hits and also Hazoki. There you go. EX spin edge, armor. That's fairly innocent. Unfortunately, armor is not a very big deal in SF5. I don't even know how to feel about EX Barcelona. We're an hour deep in this video and the tournament hasn't started yet. It's not enough to just buff Vega, however. I'm okay with him having weaker reversal options as long as he's Vega-ish. How do we make Vega more Vega-ish? Yeah, give him a real Crimson Terror. That would make him more Vega-ish, and it would also give him a reversal. That's actually a change I would be very in favor of, even if it was his only charge move. A faster jump would definitely make him more Vega-ish. A fast jump is one of Vega's big signatures. That deep ass body splash. I don't know. Oh, the towards spheres. I love seeing that. The frame differences between Hugo's claps in this game were very minor. I think that was a heavy clap. They all look very similar. It's only like the difference of a few frames between the speed of the light one and the heavy one. Oh shit, I forgot I didn't finish Riviera. I guess I gotta do that in the next couple days. It's difficult streaming right now because we're getting renovations done in my house. And my mom's sleeping in a room next to mine, and so I don't really want to stream after she's gone to bed. Otherwise I would just knock that out. Yeah, Riviera the RPG. Dating RPG. No actual dating happens. However, you are constantly building romances, so that's kind of similar. I thought about having a silent stream. I really did. I considered that, and instead I took a day to work on my game. I've got a really good idea for what all the demo is going to be. All the dialogue. I've drawn up a map of where it is. Now I'm just working on getting all the mechanics good. And then once all the mechanics are good, uh, I'll have to make some sprites. But then it's probably good to go. Still quite a ways off from actually even releasing a demo. But once I've got everything done to finish the demo, then the rest of the game should follow very quickly. Oh no. No, I never made that Monster Girl game, and it'll never happen. I've got a giant write-up of things that would be in the game, about half of which I made on stream, and the other half were just me theorizing later on. It's a shame because of how perfect it would be. Anyway, I've got actual dreams and ambitions that are my own now. Oro is a 3-frame normal. They're not common in this game, yeah. I think it's close jab, but it might be close short. Oro has a 2-frame normal. Pretty sure. Someone verify the speed of Oro's close jab. Jab checking, unfortunately, one, Makoto's dash is far fucking faster than you would probably guess. And she can literally, like, between low shorts from like a Shoto, she can dash in and grab you. If she's got her timing perfect. And two, light almost at very low range. Ooh, cool punish. Or it does have a 2-frame jab. I never use it, but it exists. It's not very useful at all. The range is just pitiful, and the hitbox isn't great either. I use it for my resets, so it's a lie to say I never use it. That all being said, hitting buttons to prevent Makoto dashes is actually good. That's a real thing that you do. What button you have and how much it works depends on your character, but I usually use like far strong, and it is a thing. It's not usually a light normal, because you'd rather have the range is more important than the speed and recovery for stuff like that. Yeah, Ken can do low strong. Most of Oro's normals have a purpose, but a lot of them don't have a purpose in neutral. They're more combo oriented. Like Towards Strong is not great in neutral for most matchups. Crouch Fierce is not great in neutral for most matchups. But they're useful for like resets and juggles. Stand Fierce is a useful normal, but as an overhead, not neutral. That wouldn't even be a button I would hit against Chun-Li, to be honest, although it would be nice. Yeah, to super confirm that jab's short, but I don't blame him missing it. That was a weird one. I don't think so. Maybe. Maybe Necro, after his half circle forward kick, could get to active frames before the move kills, and get a little bit of meter doing that. Chun-Li crouch medium kick goes under Oro far medium kick, and also far roundhouse, and also far strong. It also counterpokes low strong, which leaves me with very few normals to counterpoke Chun-Li. Jump parry is okay against Makoto in general, but not. I wouldn't say it's particularly good against the dash. She can dash under you, which is awkward because most neutral jumps don't have a cross at normal. Very nice. This is good for Ken now.
三角とかで一生逃げてるとかそういう感じですよね。まあやっぱ端の三角の切り返しをバックジャンプ大パンとか垂直ジャンプ大パンで置いて咎めれるといいかもしれないです。ただあんま近すぎると飛んでなかった時に着地に中足刺されちゃうんで。
Very nice, big beefy combo. Look at all that stun. Timeout. Look at that. Look at that dizzy bar. Oof.
そういう時は
It hurts.
なんて言うんだろう。
Oh, double. I forgot. That combo is useless except for the fact that it does a lot of dizzy. Or it's outclassed except for the fact that it does a lot of dizzy. It's always cool to see. I love the way that hits. The X uppercut. No, let's watch that whole round again. It was perfect. What a smooth round this was.
そういう時は飛んでなんて言うんだろう。死んだ。
Beautiful. Imagine being dead in 2 combos. This is a Fujiwara round, and that's almost certainly Fujiwara. It's gotta be. Nice. Sick whiff punish. Stand strong, ducking super. Ken's Snurmanos' reaction whiff punishable, but most buttons won't punish him. That was weird. Cool. That was a thing of beauty. That was a beautiful, beautiful round. Beautiful match. Fujiwara really likes Super 1. On my tier list for the supers of this game, I accidentally put Dudley Super 1 over Super 3. I think Super 3 is better. I think they're very close. It is more damage. But Super 1's safety is the really big key for me. Well, it's like one of two. Super 1 is also better for air reset supers. Super 1 is generally better. Super 3 is generally better for anti-airing. The fact that its meter is shorter and it does less damage I feel like that balances out pretty nicely. But then you also have the added safety and the added air reset pressure with Super 3. No, the video where I believe Gutex is mine and mine alone. It's funny because people had really split opinions on it when it was out. But it was too much negative publicity, I couldn't handle it. I have it still exists, it's not gone. It's actually on my YouTube channel. If you type in youtube.com/watch?v equals and then a random series of characters, maybe you'll find it, because it's unlisted. Generally speaking, SA3 and SA1 confirms are identical. Generally speaking. I think there are a couple that are exclusive. They're the same speed and they're almost the same range. My friends saw it and they were like, damn, you were badass. Oh, too far? No, it actually worked. Maybe that would have failed with SA3. That was like right at the tippy tip range, I think. Fujiwara spotted the range. He was like, yeah, for sure. Throws don't add a lot of scaling per se. It's more that most throws that you can combo out of are multi-hit. And adding a lot of hits adds a lot of scaling. So for example, Hugo in the corner gets a combo out of his neutral throw, but you end up with a very scaled combo if you actually get a combo out of it. Like if you dizzy someone with the neutral throw, you get all 6 hits of the throw because you can't shake out of a throw while it's stunned. So you get, or 8 hits of the throw, excuse me, because it's Hugo's neutral throw. And then he can get a juggle of like low strong, fucking stand jab, stand strong, whatever. He can get like a big long juggle. But like, let's say jam, I think. You get really scaled combo because it's 8 hits before the combo even started. I think Yun's damage is just generally lower, but I don't think it's based on the grab now. Don't quote me. Uh-oh.
てか、フロさん書いてなくね？書いた？たけし。いや、いいじゃん、魂の竜で。
You don't often see the raw damage of Fukiyage with Makoto because it doesn't often land. So it's easy to forget just how much damage and stun it does when you only see it in the SA2 combo. Fukiyage is super rewarding because it's supposed to be really hard to land. But it does like a fifth of the opponent's health. It's not a fifth, but it's a lot. I think there is a way to play CBS2 online now. There didn't used to be. Maybe with PCSX2 and netplay? Perhaps. I don't know if there's a way to netplay the arcade version or the Dreamcast version. Dolphin? Oh, with the GameCube version? Yeah, that might work. That might be the best one. The GameCube version also had one-button specials. So if you want to do a million Sonic Booms in a row, if you want to walk up to the opponent casually, do GIF 720, you can. The host.
ゲージを貯めて相手がうずうずしてたら走って投げてエイジスっていうのが強いです。
Let's grab reset.
初心者なんてそれでいいよね。
That one's good. SF4 Guile has honest to god infinites and they're not even hard. You can literally just get the opponent in the corner and just infinite with Sonic Booms. There's no pushback. And they link it to themselves.
黒さんもおすすめと言ってます。ユリアンはいいよ、ユリアンは。よくさ、ヤンとかケンって言ってるじゃん。嘘だよ。嘘でしょ。嘘。てかもうこのご時世さ、あんな減らないキャラ使ってらんないよ。使ってらんない。赤ボロされてないって終わるだけだもん、ヤンとか。
I don't own the 3DS version per se, but I have a hacked 3DS and I have it on there. I've only played it a couple times and it's super. It's not anything different from Super unless you use the instant special moves. The close medium kick is not a true block string into the fireball in any version of SF4. So it's not an infinite block string. In fact, it's a decent window. Wow, that failed to hit the lift forward. Sad. I don't think that any version of Run Stop Fierce is a true infinite. I think he gets like pixel pushback every time, even if you do it perfectly. So you can combo a lot in a row, but it's not an infinite number. It's like 17, I think. Most of the time, it's not optimal to even go that far. An optimal number is probably about like 6 or 7, and then go for a knockdown from there. Technically speaking, if you can always do 17, you would always do 17. Just for the meter build and the time wasting. These things are technically useful. Very nice. しゃがみ大パン、タックル大パン。そうそう。で、エイジス。なんなら、大足で崩してもいい。そう、2回で勝ち。Flashbacks to Punko's El Fuerte doing like 7 hits of infinite and then like run, stop, block, blocking an EXDP, and then like 7 more hits of infinite.
2の使い方があれはマジでうまいと思う。
Is this gonna be just a roll versus like shoulder? It was a fairly innocent little combo. That probably does more damage than his roll combo. Oh, juggling into the full mantis. Oh, is this it? This is the whole thing. Roll is nice for the Oki. And the fact that it works anywhere on the screen. I think, yeah. You don't even end with hard Rekka. Stand Fierce is stronger. I wonder if he had a juggle there. I doubt it. EX uppercut has a... Wow, that walkthrough! What the fuck? Almost all, like, meaty cross-throughs involve a dash, but that one he just walked. He just walked right through. And then he did a corner-only combo. That would have worked on me 100 times out of 100. But 12 did an OS parry block. I don't know, on purpose or on accident. But it protected him from that scenario. This is so dire. What's he gonna do about anything? Chip was so scary there. Dudley's chip is terrifying. Autistic. Ken versus Ken is pure. That's a nice... He hit on the ground. That's a mark of mastery. If I got this air parry, I for sure would have hit Yun midair. I would have done like an air throw or like a jump hard kick immediately. And I would have hit him in the air, and I would have been like, that was good. And that would have been it. I would have not even thought about the scenario again. But Dudley hits fucking Yun on the ground and gets a full combo, and he's ready for the full combo. Sometimes I feel like I'm pretty good at third strike, and then I see the pros playing, and I'm like, God. Left forward being unsafe makes the matchup that much better, but you don't even see that very much in high-level play. Wow, again! That slightly delayed jump fierce. To perfectly come down on Yun landing. Oro unfortunately jumps a little bit higher than Dudley, so Yun might land and recover. Before I can land. Or before I can come down with jump hard kick on him. Or worse, I might sail over his head. It's true. Saying low forward is punishable by Shippu is technically accurate. But doing it is a whole other matter. It's very difficult. It's also if you miss the reversal window, which is 1 frame, although you can piano it. If you miss the reversal window, you get punished pretty hard. So you've got to do it like instantly, and if you don't do it perfectly, you get fucked up by target combo into uppercut. This is Calm Mebuki. Oh, it's a Urian. Very cool. This is neat. You like Urian, right? Dudley might not have a punish for tackles like that, to be honest. Dudley is really horrible at that specific thing. Dudley's a really great character. But when it comes to punishing a move that recovers really far away that's quite minus, Dudley's normals are just a bit stubby. I wouldn't be surprised if reversal super punished it. But like in terms of just normals, difficult.
これが感じ。最初の
Ooh, very nice.
取れなかったら嫌にするわ。取れたら一点でいく。ああ、なるほど。
One of the big marks of mastery in this game is using a parry to, instead of get a punish, to set up another parry that would lead to a much better punish. In addition to the other things they let you do, parries let you in.
よし、最初はグー、じゃんけんぽい。はい。あー、目を上げた。忍さんがパー出す映像見てたもん。なんか3種類の映像出してどこで止まるかなってルーレット。
Being able to get a parry and then just not cash out is a mark of mastery, I feel. Even if you played this game for a long time, it's very tempting whenever you get a parry to just get whatever damage you can get from the parry. It's like, oh, I got a long range parry, here's my fucking low forward. But if you always cash out immediately, then if it's like parrying a long range attack and then eat a super, for example, or eat a DP. Actual mastery would be like parrying, like let's say you're fighting a Ken and he does strong fierce, right? And you red parry the fierce. You can go for your punish immediately, but if Ken sees that and does an uppercut, he'll probably beat your punish. But what you can do is you can parry the fierce and then OS parry the uppercut. And if he doesn't do the uppercut, you actually still have time to hit him. So technically speaking, if you're ready for the next parry, you can have a catch-all. But if you just cash out immediately, parry, and immediately try and follow up, you don't have a catch-all. Yeah, parry into block and parry into like wait, parry into parry, and then react. You get a lot of... Ken's quite punishable if you red parry that fierce. You can wait for the parry, for the cancel window to go away and still punish him. That's... yeah, that scenario's everywhere. When you're as good as Kuroda and the parries come free. Ooh, Tyrant Punish. Very cool. That's one of the scenarios where you'd see it. See, Aegis Urian didn't have a lot to do there. Good example of... Tyrant Punish isn't a fantastic super, but it's really notable that it has very little overlap with Aegis. They both have almost completely different purposes. Oh no. 12 had a free punish there. You should have seen it. Very nice. There we go. I wonder what the hell Tyrant is for here. I would, if anything, I would think Mirror and even Super 2 would be better than Super 1 in this matchup. Super 1 with Urian doesn't juggle properly, unlike his others. I just go looking for parry. He wanted to get a cool super. It depends. People debate. Super 2 is more like a worse Super 3 in that it actually functions in his juggles. And he does pretty much the same combos but worse. Punish standing hard kick. Is that a big problem for Urian though? So it's hard to look at SA1 and SA2 and say which one's better because they're almost completely separate in the way they're used. Oh, that could have been it. That could have been a super. One thing that's almost never discussed about Urian Super 2 is it does quite a lot of stun. Not like a super lot, but it does a lot more than most supers. Urian's not great at building up that dizzy though. Nice. Oh, he'd already committed? If he blocked that, Super 1 would have been a punish.
最後は柴田さんと山源さんの2択で俺は山源さんっすね。
お、俺柴田さん取ろうと思ってた。じゃあチームが決まりました。これ読み上げてた方がいいんだよね。
ごめんね。
It's Calm Yun.
じゃあ
Is the tournament starting soon? Because I want to see the tournament.
使ってな。
Still Calms. This 12's going through him. Okay, yeah, the tournament starts next. Let's do this. Oh yeah. Remy first match, classic. Classic bottom 3 character Remy.
じゃあ今週も
I like this Remy color a lot.
サー
Don't
ド
think this
スト
is
ライク
default. I think default has red pants.
始めていきましょう。
よろしくお願いし
お
ます。
願いします。
Maybe darker blue hair.
で前方が横後ろ
Nice
さん
car
と
throw.
坂本
That was a
さん
car neutral throw too, wasn't it? That's really hard to do.
横後ろ
Oh, very cool.
坂本さん。
そうですね。これ
That's very difficult. You've got to release forward during the car frame.
横内ちゃんっていうレミなんですけど、
Or maybe he carred off of something that wasn't towards medium kick, because Remy has a couple other cars. They're not as good though.
やる気勢ってこと？
今日初めて来たみたいですね、バーサスに。
Wake up low short into flash kick is a surprisingly good wake up option.
っていうかなんか
Because low forward usually, I mean low short usually doesn't hit unless like the opponent was careless. And so the flash kick is kind of weirdly
まあ
confirmed.
今日初めてってことで先方。
そうですね。まあキャラ的に
The
も
low short usually won't be blocked.
先方出したい感じ。
そう坂本さん俺もあんまりわかんないんで。
俺名前が強そうっていうので取りました。絶対強いもん。
Nice cross under.
坂本
subtle but
的
cool.
な使いとか言って
I go for that cross under myself. It works on flash kicks too.
キー君は
Ew, that
後ろから2番手
fireball was probably unsafe. I mean, he didn't punish though. It would have been like low short flash kick in an optimal
お
scenario.
かしいでしょ。
Fire strong juggle.
剣だから
Okay, okay, okay.
いけんだよね
Still a long way to go. Never mind, he
さあ
said.
坂本さんの勝利で取り返す。
いやー
What else could he have been doing on that jump except parrying? He should have parried there. Nice juggle. Kind of weird. Flash kick might have done more. I don't know. They don't do very much. Cool.
大丈夫。キー君ならいける。
さあ体力リードは横後ろちゃん。
坂本さんもなんか上手いっぽいけど、なんかレミー戦が分かってない感じ。
それはありますね。
それですね、多分。
All right.
いや何分このゲーセンレミ多いっすわ。
Oh, he dropped it. Not unsafe.
特に橋攻めちょっと慣れてない
Close round house is a super do confirm. So is close forward.
一番簡単かな。
That's why he's looking for those two. Now he doesn't really need his meteor. He can cash out with the kill.
無理っすね
Like the chip is more important right
あ
now.
ー上これ壊し出さないと
Very nice, very nice. That was good Remy play.
ありがとうございます。じゃあ、お疲れ様です。では、時報2番手が今さん、今 2045X さん。
Sonic boom pushback is quite high.
なぜか、多いからな。
Ken?
さあまたしてもレミーケンですね。
走ってくる。飛びに走ったりして走ってくる。
Half of Remy's offense is fucking dash and throw. And it works. Remy's dash is quite good.
あ、これ名前出てないかも。名前出てない。2人目が今 2045X さん。先週、おお、犬投げ。暴れないところでうまく小技で潰してってますね、レミー側が。
なんか剣の動き見てると
Oh.
スト2っぽい動きっすよね。
Uppercut traded with Far
そ
Fierce.
んな感じはするっすね、見てると。
Oh, he's dead. It's difficult.
さあ、陣雷当たって、マイクの周りにいろんな人が訪ねてくるので、マイクが途切れちゃったりしてますけど。
That was a damn good punish on the parried cold blue kick.
さあ、剣のいいところが、おお、マジか。
Ooh, he uppercutted the cold blue kick. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just parry it?
あ
Oh, nice.
ちゃんと決めていく。
Easy links, easy links.
やっぱ下層に梅が強いっすよね、オケジ
そうですね。
なんだかんだその後のタクも強力だから、ハッシュさえいっちゃえば、レビーも結構火力出るよ。うまい。
じゃあ横ちゃんやるっすね、やっぱ。
ただ GN あるんで一回引っかかっちゃうとね。おー、
Nice.
小径で飲める。
Little stand short.
っぽい。いや、レビー
I thought he was done that round, but he turned it back. I've been kind of thinking about a Dragon Quest Monsters Joker
ち
playthrough.
ゃんとやってるっすね。
I never beat one. In fact, I didn't even get that far in it.
そうですね
I beat two.
おばちゃんとかと。
I never played two professional. It was Japan
で
only.
も飛ばしは俺の
I can't believe that 1 and 2, Joker 1 and 2 actually came out in the States. Joker 3 didn't.
師匠と弟子の関係しかないこのゲーム。
It's weird which Dragon Quest games they choose to
もう
localize.
マジ波動
It feels like the Dragon Quest games that come to the States do pretty well. I guess those ones probably
そう
didn't.
ですね、なんだかんだちゃんと勝利権出すの大事です
Joker's not a very
そう
good game for what it's worth.
対空の
Joker 2
球の
is
一つで
quite good though.
そのブロがあるけど、怖がって使わないと。
I'm willing to bet that most people never played either of them.
おお、打ち切っていく。
さあ、お
さあ、これを
Ooh, cool.
近寄りたいっすね、ケン。触っちゃえばどうにでもなる感じ。
Nice. NTR4 strong.
横ちゃんの勝ち。
Quite a good hitbox on that.
赤ペン。
あー
Q.
抜けてきてる
Let's see some blood taunts. Let's see them. That's like the mark. That's when you know.
柴田さんいつもあれ、
Oh, what's this lag?
なんですけどね。
あ、ですよね。
今日ですね。
What is this lag?
12使ってるイメージだった
Get it working. Oh, I don't need this.
まあ柴田
Where are the
さん
blood taunts?
12のコピー
Oh, that was almost one. He didn't get the taunt though.
いつもコピー使う
Now it's gonna be difficult.
やっぱこういう
Oh, that was a
こう
taunt.
いう系って言ったら
Air to Air Fierce is a taunt.
なんか弱気な
Q doesn't care. Get them. They're
あ
important.
そうですね。
Remy wins the neutral this matchup really hard. If you need all the defense you can get. It's like not a horrible matchup, but like
さ
by the neutral, it's horrible.
こういう感じで Q がダメージ取ってってますね。で PA
Remy probably had a cold blue kick there. I don't know.
マジか
Q was so close. Nice drop, nerd.
コンボはちょっとミスったけど、まあ体力状況
He didn't even get the initial taunt off. The screen has to shake for the taunt to activate.
倍あるのに実質5本やばい。そう近づくのだけちょっと
近づいちゃえば。
This is like the one matchup where Remy can truly shine.
ちゃんと見てから。
1
ちゃんと見てから。
僕2だと思ってました。画面見てなかった。
Come on, let's see it. Just round start taunt. No fear, no respect.
今日はエレナ不在っすね。先週2人もいたのにな。
Meteor's nice, I guess, unless you have full meteor. In which case it doesn't matter.
えソニマシうまない。
これぶっちゃけとおばちゃんよりうまいまであるっすから。
俺も今、いや、俺もさっきはそれだけは
Nice
言
little
わない。
combo. Oh my god. This lag.
さあ、橋攻めもちゃんとしてる
I。think I saw a neutral throw flash
こ
kick.
れはしょうがないですね。
Raw SA1 through a light of virtue.
さあ、PA は1回
Oh, there it goes.
様子見。あれ、PA2 回打った時になんか追撃入っちゃう。
This is hopeless. What's he gonna do? SA1 is too scary.
いや、
Oh, that's good.
まあ SA ぐらいじゃないですかね。
あ、確かにあそこで食らったのはまずいね。
That like might have turned this around. I don't know. I still really like Remy here.
わからなくして。
うわ、厳しい
I think that might have grabbed before Q could do anything. He could tech the throw, but I think even if he did like parry into reversal jab,
次土下座さんの
Remy's throw would have grabbed him
お願い
first.
します。
さあ、横内ちゃんが気持ちよくなってる。
I was thinking about those guys who like throw axes from Link, Adventure of Link. Remy was doing that,
なんか俺のプラン
where you gotta like stand or crouch to get the blocks.
この辺のキャラにこの辺のキャラを当てようみたいな感じで。
Harder and weaker. People probably do it for the dizzy then. Oh baby. 19
もう
months.
4人目なんですけど。
Subbing
さあ、4人目
for longer,
土下座さんですね
subbing since before 9/11.
なんか変なとこ選んじゃった。大丈夫かな。
After close medium kick, you can only do 2 rekkas. After a palm starter, you can do 4 rekkas.
これ、なんか組み合わせ的に
Palm is only JP1 to start. Close medium kick is JP3 to start.
あーでもなんかやっぱ12
So if you start with a palm, you can do
だから
heavy rekka, light rekka, heavy rekka, light rekka, and then far
あ
fierce.
りますね。
Or even a third heavy Rekka, light Rekka.
さあいいぞ。そろそろ1人目を浮いてますよ。マジか、垂直から。
あ、めくり。これはきつい。
これは見えない。ちなみに俺今ルグレの後サマー打つかと思って見てた我慢してる。あ、おお、なんか
さあ、サマーを読んで、ちゃんと反撃。
マジか。
ああ、なんか、詐欺飛びっぽい。詐欺飛びっぽい感じになった。厳しいですね、これは。
足でダメージ取りたいけど。
Here I am. Got distracted for a minute. Yes.
さあ逃げるのもやすやす。
A 4-4 matchup when both the characters suck.
マジか。
意外と判定強い。さあ
Who gets the other two? The timer?
これは
4-4-2.
さあ行くのか行くのか。
ああ、惜しかったですね。
一応固めて固めて
土下座さんの勝利ですね。
暴れを制限してたんですけど、最後壊し暴れで土下座さんの勝利です。次6483お願いします。
Chun-Li gets the other two.
ありそうだよね。
When the matchup is so bad that a top tier character gets even better. 648. Wonder if that's his area code. I wonder how Japanese area codes work, because I don't think they're 3-digit things.
さあ、自分は見たことないんですけど、でもこれ組み合わせ的に剣圧倒的有利だから。
圧倒的に有利っぽいですけど、
ね、
でもなんか知らんと結構めんどくさそうっすよね。
そう割り切って。
I wonder in what country they type the shortest, like, phone numbers.
なんか勝利権に対して
Do you think Antarctic, like, research stations, you can just pick up your phone and dial 6 and get, like, the next nearby guy?
そう手前落ちやるようになったら
Like the number 6, not 6 digits?
確かに分かりやすい。
そうそう、そういう感じです。読み合い的に。
そうちまちま削ってきます。12の持ち味ですね。
さあ、滑空はもうこれ
Chun-Li mirrors are 0-0 because everyone
だ
loses,
ったらもらっても全然。
especially the audience.
さあ削っていく。
さあ、もやし。
いいっすね。俺これちょっとずつキャラ、ちょっとずつダメージ取っていくキャラ好きなんですよね。
ちょっとずつダメージ取れて、もうなんか気が遠くなるっすね、このキャラは。さすがに。さすがに。
Nice.
さあ着地前風呂から投げ。
何回投げるんだって感じですよね、
さあ前投げしっかりしてる。さあ前投げの方がちょっと硬直長いんですよね、多分。後ろ
なんですかね、俺よくわかんないですね。
Ugh.
12使いじゃないかって。
He got that air parry. He probably had nothing there, or probably just like a medium or light. Unfortunately, 12's mediums aren't great at hitting grounded opponents.
でもまあこれ体力リード
Like his jump medium kick and his jump medium punch both have pretty high hitboxes and are more suited to air airing.
いいっすね、絶対落とすぞっていう意志を感じる。
Jump strong probably would have worked. They probably both would have.
厳しくなってきた。
No, that's not the right.
繋がらない。
さあ、そうですね、
確定。
土下座さんの
A
勝利。
12 function in SF5 could be fine.
山源さんお願いします。
Whether you'll get it is not the same as whether it would work, though, unfortunately.
千葉さんか。
But it would work rather nicely, I feel. An air dash would actually be quite strong in SF5.
山源さん。
さあ、剣が
飛んでくるんで。
Yama again. This is not an easy matchup for 12. That air Tatsu is mean to him. And in general, Akuma's anti-options are pretty obnoxious.
あーこれ知ってますね、なんか。
Oh, he went for it. He was looking for the air Tatsu.
知ってる感じしますね。
Couldn't find it. It's not good against grounded 12 for what it's worth. It's actually horrible against grounded 12. An opportune dizzy.
さあ、ちゃんとそれ投げる。
Doing a jump in Tatsu against 12 when he's on the ground, 12's back walk will like fully dodge it, and then 12 can punish the recovery.
勝利打ち切って。
Oh.
ちゃんと飛んでる。
12's actually low profile for that super, fun fact.
1本目は山
Which
源
is
さ
why
ん。
that jump medium kick whiffed. But the recovery was just too long.
とめくり台形がやっぱバカにならないんで、合気もそこだけ注意して、そう、
That's not too
やりた
bad.
いとこですかね。
Oh, that hurts a lot.
これは減る。だと
That might have been parry into throw, but Akuma did towards strong.
取られちゃうとやっぱ
反対に勝利出る。さあ、あれリバーサー強勝利確定かな。
あれ一応フリフレなんだ。一応フリフレなん
I
だ。
think the health is a bigger issue. Most of the top tier characters in this game don't have high stun outputs. Like Dudley won't usually dizzy you. Ken and Chun-Li and Yan will almost never dizzy you. Very rarely.
次バルニャンさん。
His matchups against them are all a little bit weak.
ちょっとエバダさんが来たので、カシ君とどっちを
追加で。
It's hard to say. Akuma's good enough that he really, like he might really be a top tier character.
カシ君は
He's too volatile. Makoto, Dudley, and not so much Dudley. Dudley can. Makoto and Yang for sure can dizzy him, and it's not very rare at all. In fact, Makoto can dizzy him off of one command grab, and that's horrible. But Yang's EX Rekkas will do it too. It only takes like one hit plus 2 EX Rekka combos and Akuma's stunned. It still takes, I think, a 4-hit Denjin to stun Akuma from 0 dizzy. He's more vulnerable to Denjin than most characters, but I don't think a 3-hit Denjin will be enough. But like, it's less hits for 3-hit Denjin to be enough, you know what I mean? Like, Ryu can land a single light Tatsu combo to knock down, and then like a 2-hit Denjin's enough to stun. You know what I mean? Yeah, pretty much that. So yeah, Denjin is worse for Akuma. That being said, Akuma does have a teleport, which means that full charge Denjin setups are actually nearly useless against him, because he can just teleport away. So more typically you see the fireball Denjin setups, which are the ones you usually see anyway. He can't teleport out of those. All of Ryu's supers are pretty good against Akuma. Demon through a meaty Denjin, you're very optimistic. Demon's invincible for like 1 frame in this game. It's maybe more than 1 frame, but it's not a lot. If you play something like Marvel 3, you'd probably get a really big inflated opinion of how much invincibility Demon has. Or even like Ultra 1. Demon in this game is more like Akuma's Street Fighter 4 Super. Oof. That's a good flash kick. Who? I don't know the speed. It's quite fast. It'll combo from close medium kick. The neat thing about that super is that unless you hit him on like the first frame of the super will still come out even if you hit him. So he can like trade, but the fireball still comes out and hits the opponent. So even though Super 1 has like next to no invincibility, it can get very nice trades. I think it's just got the 1 frame of invincibility for the freeze. Up there. Very strong candidate.
これなんかやりづらそうな同キャラだよね。そうですね。お互い細いから飛びにくいし。さあ裏から。
It's honestly really hard in this game to make Akuma's meter work. SA1 is the absolute easiest to land super of his options. KKZ is not impossible. There are quite a few players who can do that. But even then, it's not like light tatsu. It's not like light tatsus are everywhere.
あれなんだろう、後ろ投げしようとして前中継出たのかな、わかんないね。
Demon setups are
あ、でも SE 違うんだね。
about as common as you are good at doing
あ、そうで
demons,
すね。
but still quite rare.
2番で
If you can dash demon,
森
good
山
for
が
you.
1番。
If you can walk demon, good for you. If you can towards strong demon, good for you.
ただ
With
2番
with
の
demon
方が
flip
強そうだけど
demon, good for
体
you.
力状況は五分。さあ4で
Ah,
ミ
bad
スは
punish.
そうですね。
Wonder what it was supposed to be.
溜めてないと
But strong would still be weird there.
なっちゃうんで。
しかも投げるにもちょっと遠かったし、
うん、そうですね。
アッパー
判断が
も
難しい。
アッパーも入んなそうだったし、さ
さあ、
あ打っていく、
体育。
バンバン対空。
Even if you parried that, that was not enough
打った
damage.
ところでゲージないですか
How
らね。
sad.
確かに
Isn't it kind of weird to see a mirror with different super picks?
今タッチ中継の公職長くね。
We can look at the actual length, meter length difference of the bars.
さあ
Nice parry.
取って大足。
I worked on that recently. I got a little bit better at it. I did it during the last Wednesday night fights. I played against Remy. I think it was in casuals. And he did it, and I parried it. And I was like, ha.
これどういう読みをしてるのかよくわかんないな。
わかんないですね。
なんかお互いの真ん中ぐらいに技を置く感じになってる。
Oh, my alarm's going.
下ソニーにググで合わせるのかなって感じですけどね。
Telling me to wake up
さあ4
and start prepping for work. I got a missed call. What the fuck?
ダッシュ見てから EX 様は
When did that happen? I didn't hear it ring.
さあ11。ただビオヒコさんの方がゲージ2本あるんで、これ一気に決まる可能性ありますね。
そうですね。ゲージがもう圧倒的に有利ですよね。
そうただこのゲーム難しいところ、ゲージ使いたいときはなぜかポコポコ技をから
そうですね。
現象が起きる。
It was like card kick or something, medium kick. It was like nothing serious. I didn't get like a big punish at all.
さあ EX するぐらいガードしてお互い何もしない。
One of Auro's little character weaknesses is punishing long-range buttons with
技
pokes.
が一緒。
It's whatever, I'll take it for his high damage close punishes.
後ろに投げてしまった。
Auro's a fair character, guys.
おお、これはでかい。
さあ、厳しい。
Nah.
マジか。
Oh! It hit more than I thought I would.
ロックぐらいしてやれよ。初段
悲しみ。
だったらロックぐらいしてやれよ。
悲しみ。
次渋谷さんお願いします。お、並んだぞおい。なんだかんだ東大戦うまくできてるな。5人目対5人目です。
横内ちゃんの頑張りがチャラになってしまった。
いや、もうそういう流れだからしょうがない。
ただこのゲーセンレイミーが勝つようになってる。
I think Remy's pretty aesthetic. I would call Remy top 3 most attractive Street Fighter
なん
characters.
か今日レミー券多いな。
そうですね。
さ
At least to my tastes. I don't know.
あ、前風呂投げ。
I can think of characters I like the look of, but that's not the same as them being attractive, you know what I mean? I really like Urian's fucking laugh. His happy face, his like hyena face. Is great. Or like Vega. Vega's got a really good face for his personality. This is a VOD, yeah. But I wouldn't call them like,
まあ余計なダメージもらわないようにするのがやっぱレミー戦は大事かなと思います。ソニック2、3発もらうだけでなんだかんだ大パン1発分ぐらい減ってるんで。
damn, I think that looks good.
さあうまい。
さあ着地硬直。
しっかり取って置き攻めは重ねてないけどサマー来る。ソニックに合わせて前動いて、戻し
Nice jumping combo.
なんかレミーのジャンプ大パンとか取っても反撃しづらくないですか？
そうですね。
Oh, that wasn't even a punish.
ああ、死んだっすね。
おお減ったな。
Don't remind me about second impact Urian face.
次瀬戸っちさん
His
お願い
eyes
します。
bulging and his fucking cheeks puffed, baring his teeth. Looks fucking horrible.
そうだよ。
Second impact is in general a very ugly game. However, I do have a soft spot for the promotional artwork of Oro. Sitting there with his turtle. Oh boy, a Chun-Li. A laggy Chun-Li. Oh yeah, now we're playing Third Strike. This is what Third Strike actually is. One hit landed, both players at half super meter.
まあ1ラウンド目はね、剣がバンバン
Generally speaking, if you can build meter at the same time as Chun-Li building meter, you're fucking up.
チュンリーがちょっと窮屈そうな感じになりますね。
Chun-Li's meter is more useful than yours is. Generally speaking. That's true for just about every super in the game, except maybe Gene.
でまあこれで抑止力できて、そうですね。地上戦どうなるかって感じですね。さあ、
It's more that Chun-Li makes a bigger gap between her like meterless and metered self.
すごい。アッケーの後に走ったのに持続が残ってる。
If you're gonna go pick a fight with Chun-Li, do it with meterless Chun-Li.
おお、
Where her punishes are like fucking stand fierce into a block to Zanshu instead of stand fierce into super, as we just saw. Excuse me, back fierce. Excuse me, Hakke. Jump medium kick, interesting.
さあ技を振ってゲージをどんどん食べていく。
なんか白石さん動きが
You know what I love is when Chun-Li does anti-air OS parry into close roundhouse anti-air.
そしてゲージしっかり
I especially love it if the opponent parries the close roundhouse and then Chun-Li does jump stomp and then hits the opponent with that before they can hit the ground. Cool punish!
そして最
It's a Daigo punish. Except he did it without the parry. He did it with just one parry. That does work. I thought it didn't work, but it does. It's quite difficult to get that. Shotos can get neutral jump hard kick as a punish if with just one parry. And all of them can do it too. Well, I didn't test Sean, but the other three can.
次ウーさん、
う
太郎さん、
うさうさ
お太郎さん懐かしい。マジで懐かしい。
Remember when Second Impact had character-specific win quotes and now it doesn't?
東西戦第2戦か第2戦の頃を見て
Every character had a unique win quote against every other character in Second Impact.
大き使いになって帰ってきた。
And now there's just like a pool of like
ウー
6
さん。
win quotes that they pull from and that's it.
忍君知ってる？
まあ動画では見たことあ
Decent
ります。
punish.
あ、やっぱそう
そういうレベルですね。まあでもまあ最近ちょいちょい来てますけどね。
Whoa.
似てんなぁと思った。本人だった。
Very nice.
これなんかでもキャラ
Chun-Li's not very good at anti-airing demon flip.
さあ
Air super?
おー
I would spend that meter. Okay.
100機をこする。100機をこする。
Just playing a little bit of dangerous game there.
要素をやるまでやめません的な。
あれ予想で返せんだ。
要素で100機は。
なるほど。
He's going nuts with the demon flips.
一連の
I said she had a bit of trouble. It's not a lot of trouble. She can beat in midair. Oh my god, what's with these block Tatsus? Those aren't real on Chun-Li.
さあ痛いのが入る。
Oh, that's a failed demon.
やってしまった。
Difficult to punish though.
多分今頭蓋だったんでしょうね。
Demon doesn't have a lot of recovery in this game. Oh yeah.
自然な入れ込みです。
Close roundhouse. Chun-Li can almost chip him out.
繋がっ
繋がった。
Nice keyframe on that Chun-Li sweep. Look at that. Look at her face. Looks good actually.
繋がっ
繋がった。繋がって
繋
なかった。
がってない。繋がってない。
じゃあ僕行ってきます。
あ、そうなの。
Puro. Playing Ken.
さあ1勝100周でした。
そうですね。まあそれは強かったりするんですよね。
ね。やっぱね、リバサークぐらいは強いね。そう。ウキーは最強だよ。
The X spinning bird would have been good if it wasn't an air fireball.
ちゃんと着地に。
It was a mix-up scenario. But I think it was overall a very desperate play from the Chun-Li.
長いなもん。
And not likely to beat a whole lot of things that
さあ
Akamuka did on there.
難しいね、七振れ技は。
He only needed chip.
さあいい感じに
Of all the things I want out of SF5, a tournament mode is not one of them.
さあ
Nice.
これは隅っすね
Getting that alive was all but impossible.
今よく上見てましたね
まあなんかねマジたまーにワンブロ昇竜で勝ってたりするから
あ
たまーにね運ゲーだけど
Very nice. Ooh, caught the demon flip with the roundhouse.
さあ強引な投げでブロッキングから
That was weird. Was that deliberate? Did he do the hard Tatsu too late on purpose?
それ難しいっぽいです
Damn, this Akuma likes the fucking Tatsus. He's doing more than I've ever seen.
すごいすごいすごい
Oh, that's not real.
あうまい
あ膝だったら
Anti-air fireball? I bet that was going to be a demon.
戦争してますね
興奮してますさあダッシュ中足陣来
Different characters have to do different things against HK Tatsu, and it's definitely annoying
あうまいっすね
to have to deal with. Oh, there's the
さあやり
demon.
たいやりたいポイント
Ah, it doesn't recover that long, does it? No, I don't like the reset.
ダブルアップからの飛びに化けちゃったかな
I like the reset just a little bit.
さあちゃんと追撃さあフロさんピンチフロさん
What are these horrible faces? It looks like a banana making
い
expressions.
ってもう終わる
Very difficult for Ken now.
さあ厳しい逃がさない
相当わちゃわちゃしてる
すごい
Nice medium kick that Ken said after EX Tatsu. But the uppercut's better, so you still see it when it's available. Koshi playing Ryu.
まあ今日道着多いっすね
Super 1 Ryu. That's hype.
前半剣多かったしレミー12が多かったけど今度道着多くなった
Super 1 is extremely hype. Ah. Okay.
さあ上見てる
Unlike Ken, Ryu almost never gets a second uppercut after one.
だけどまあそんなにさあ打ってくる
Nice.
お最後の1ヒット
Fun fact, Ryu still has a juggle there.
向こう側で乗って橋流が1本岩強そうだもんね
Oh, wide jump jab.
取ってコパンで
He ended up using it to reset, so that was kind of cool.
さあ
He can juggle another super.
大パンタイプ強えな
He can also juggle an EX fireball and I think a regular fireball.
さあ100機
あ
今
今ちゃんと見てから反応しちゃってますね
さ
That was a punish. He probably could have super canceled it.
これは
He went for the same thing there, but that time Akuma crossed over. Very interesting.
そうですねゲージ貯めたいなんなら勝ちたい
Good tech. I'd have got thrown.
硬い
Oh, great confirm! Holy cow. Meaty super? I probably did not.
見てたら勝利が飛んできて
そう次アルグレさん
Ryu actually has that setup too. Air to air jab into land super. It's arguably better on Ryu's, although it's easier to parry out of. More practical. It's quite difficult to parry out of either one. I think Ryu's is a little bit stronger, and it's a lot stronger if they try and parry out. But it's more feasible to truly actually parry out.
覚えろっていう
Still Denshin Ryu. I mean, Shinku Ryu. I had to think about it.
おこれ楽しいカード
I like SA1 Ryu a lot.
的には
そうですね
Ryu has to be aggressive with the parries.
中盤耐久がね先
It's his
端
life's blood.
中盤先
We didn't even see an EX Donkey Kick combo last match, I don't think.
常にその周りで龍側は戦っていきたい
That was fade away, live forward. Probably going to be confirmed to super if he saw something.
言うてまあアルブレさんも
I'll listen to something sad if you want.
息の長いおマジか中盤
Is that Lucia with some coffee?
今の
It is.
しゃがみ中盤打って前に出た
How
ところに
nice.
引っかかってまあそのままキャンセルで真空まで出ると息の長いプレイヤーなのでさすがに竜対策はお手の物でしょう
今のはしゃがみ中盤
Oh, that is sad. Hyper Bomb is a very sad super. And it's Hyper Bomb Alex, actually,
さあ
which I didn't
変化
notice.
形で一瞬止まって投げ返される
Still good after a parry. Maybe he can get that parry.
さあ無理しね
さあ冷たい
えこの竜冷てえなさあキャンセルシンク
Why would you do this to yourself?
これ問題なくて
Oh, look at that.
ここまで浮くんだ
Cool! And no! If it was a Super 1 punish, it would have been pretty good. Oh, please.
さあ
He didn't even punish the super here.
してるか
Got him! He got him! He got the low strong!
死なね
死んでもええで今のは
Oh, he had a punish there to kill. And now he's dead.
大慶が遅れて出てしまった
See, that would have done an ass ton of damage if he failed the parry.
さあ次
That's exactly what I was talking about. The parry is easier, but if you mess it up, you take more damage. Hyper Bomb sucks.
やめてあげてこれレンジンだったら相当竜な気がするんですけど真空どうなんですかね真空でもまあ有利な感じはするんですけどね
そうっすねなんか長期戦になりそうな
あそうでね
感じですすけど
Very nice.
さあ鎖骨鎖骨
It's like he's going for the stun almost. That's like the way you see Denjin Muse play.
多分9号戦で一番
That's
食らってる
probably,
やつ
yeah. That can hit in ways that make it safe.
がまあゲージ
もう
貯めて
ゲージ貯めて死ぬ
Usually if it gets like the last hit and like a space between two hits, that can make it safe. I wouldn't spend any meter in this round for Ryu. I would maybe spend an EX if I got a good opportunity.
取り行こうとするともう飛び刺すしかないから
あまあそうですね
ブロったらなんか大パンセイヤーとか火力の高いコンボあるんですけど
差し込みだとしゃがみで走るぐらいしかないですからね
そうですね
I like it.
そうですねこれが完全に
Yeah, very smart. Even if you go hit a button, it would have traded it best.
リュウは波動も結構強いんで
And it was gonna hit Hugo before he landed, so parries were
飛べない距離で打つ波動
required.
はヒューゴもかなり嫌がると思いますさあ走ったとこにビンタさっきからちゃんと置いてありますねさあ真空
Again.
空で
Oh, my second alarm because I keep two.
中だ
See, that was the higher damage if you actually get the if they go for it. That Tatsu can hit twice depending on
ここは
context.
さないと食らっちゃいますね
さあまあ食らっていいビンタを食らってまあ下がるそうですねもうここまでいったら触りに行く必要はないですねゲージもあるしまあ逆にヘイは
Hyper Bomb's real fucking nail in the coffin is obviously its
でもリュウも使いたくないな
its
と
speed, but probably just as bad for it is its
怪
range.
しい空気になったんですけどまあ波動拳で押し返しと
なんとか
There are a lot of -3 attacks in this game, honestly.
ですねさあ
Hyper Bomb is not very good at getting them.
匂ったけどやっぱ中盤強いなあの中盤龍拳号機みんな同じ判定なんですかねおおこれは
投げ回い
ギリギリですね
Yeah, the bar length is a problem since it literally costs the same amount as Gigas.
さあ冷たいってことはその自分からダメージ取りに行かないっていうのとまあイコールではないけどほぼイコールなので
Said so. I could buy that.
リード取られると
The point is, it's just useless at catching punishes.
チャンス運が出なかった
興奮してましたね
That would be its only fucking its only use. Ibarra? Ooh, very interesting.
名前の編集方法を覚えたぞ大原さん久しぶりに見た
Save Fierce whiffed.
てかヒューゴソーラの並び
いやまあ
Maybe that's deliberate.
まあ結果的にそうなってしまった
Maybe he wants it to whiff unless they hit a button. That way it can't be parried. I actually like that. I think that is what he's going for.
変わらないんですがちょっと圧力が
I don't actually know how much Slam Dance
さ
has,
っきより上がってるか
because one, no one picks it. Nice confirm. That's easier on Hugo than most characters.
当たる
SA
One, no one picks it, and two, you can just jump out of it.
あれカシ君がリバサのパナシ食らうことってあんまないですけどね
ね
While I was making the Alex video, I like went through the frame data. I think I was fighting Ryu. Or I forget. It might have been Alex. And I was just doing unsafe things and trying to punish with
これは匂う
Hyper Bomb, and Hyper Bomb couldn't like punish anything.
さあ工夫中です鎖骨。
さあ使わせた。使わせたけどここは焦らないで。
I think it was Alex.
うまい。さあ今出なかったな。
さあ固めて固めて。
Kashi's Ryu is pretty hype. Who would have guessed that Kashi, the Ken player, would have an extremely neutral-oriented Ryu?
あ
That didn't combo. Just a nice little overhead reset.
次キック。
It's absolutely terrifying to have Hugo next to you, even though he's not a great character. I have not yet beaten 3 houses. I looked it up and my Dedu is dead for real, and I was sad. You have to do a paralog for him to survive the time skip, and I didn't do that paralog. I saw that there were a shit ton of paralogs, and I was like, you probably get cool things for doing these, and I did a couple of them. But I didn't do that one. And so this character who was on my team is now permanently dead, even though he didn't die. And I was like, oh. You win some, you lose some. I feel like that's a really cheap move. Kaze did that too, in Fates, except I actually kept him. If your Kaze doesn't have A rank with your main character in Fates, he like leaves the team and never comes back. Or he dies. Be more accurate. That's like such a mean thing to do to the player. I wonder if there are other characters who do that in the other routes.
まあ多分別にそれすらも確定はしないんで。
そうですね。
さあ、フェイクボディに肘は入らないのか。
ナイス。
マジマジ。さあ、
中段ガードがちょっと端はねきついんすよ。パーム連打が。
It's whatever. To do was my worst character. He was a Fortress Knight with 2 speed.
お互い端は超きついって感じですかねこれ。
さあ投げを通された。
さあ、そうキー君もちょっと体力取られてるんで無理していきますね。
I liked him though.
余分にダメージ取って小径中径中径からタックル。平日。
さあムーン。
回されてた。
Yes. Sort of. Someone made 2 Shans one time for Fort Strike Arranged Edition.
パーム食らえないのが結構きついですね。
あとワンゴロ SA で一気にダウン取られちゃうんで、あんまり気軽に当てに行くと。
And one of the Shans was basically an original character. Actually, both of them were. That's probably the most graceful way he could have ended that. Running was even worse. He got punished with the crouch freeze either way. Actually, I guess he was better off running a bit, getting the chip, and then getting crouch freeze. Ooh, ooh, good juggle. This is over. I think my 3 houses is nearly done. I've gotten everyone to advanced classes. I'm pretty deep in the game. I'm at like chapter like 19 or 20 or something.
なんか物申したいことある？いや、書いてるけど、いやこれ。いやなんかやっぱさ、スイッチのこととか。さっき買ってきた。さっき買ってきた。
ユリアンで
しびれを切らして。
忍対キこれ結構タイプ違うんですよね。まあ、忍さんはなんか綺麗にやりたいタイプだけど、キー君はガツガツいくタイプなんで。
そうなのか？
いや俺はそんなに。
I love when people call auras launching normal other things.
結構やったから。
I love when I see people call it back strong. I don't know why. There's something just really funny about that for me. It's close strong cancel to medium stomps. Usually. There are variations of it that work on other characters in other scenarios. But almost always it's medium stomp.
使いましょう。偉い。まあこんなの絶対使うよね。
絶対使う。俺だったら
Close strong into medium stomp is universal on cornered opponents and works on everyone except Twins and Hugo mid screen. And technically speaking, it does work on twins. It just gives you a cross-up where you can't do anything with it.
そうなんかいい感じだね。いてててていててててなんかねユリアンドキャラねすげえ弱弾引っかかるんだよね飛びに。お尻がでっかい。
なんか落ち際の判定がでかいよね。
でっかい。さあナイス上張りですね。別に何もしないのにこんなゲージ溜まってんだよ1本使った後。
確かに 1.5 本あった。
でしょ。
1本使ったのに
適当に上張りしてさ
押してきゃよくね。
そう適当にボタンポチポチしてたらゲージ半分は溜まったからいっかみたいな。
あるそういうキャラです。だから初心者向き
そうなんだよ。
おすすめなんすわ。
Charging is not difficult for Oro.
イージスになってた。
You need to be able to charge fireballs in neutral, but that's not difficult at all. That's just like Guile.
また2つ押してたっぽい。
And he doesn't have to do any charging in combos except for charging that he has like full time to charge during the combo. So you don't need to do any sort of buffering or anything.
いや
ある
あるんだよこれ。
あるんだな。
だあ
タックルタックルタックル。さあもう一本で2タックル。
Oh, delayed low. This is good. He gets another mirror. Or does he? That was a critical drop. That was horrible. If he got that full juggle, he had a third Aegis, and then he had a mix-up to win.
ちなみに今忍さん立ってたから EX セットも確定でしたね。
確かに。
あれね、
If Orosia is throwing the sun,
立ちガードしてると EX セット
then it'd be pretty similar to...
どういう
で
こ
しゃがむ
Well, I don't know.
スタックルめっちゃ減るんだよ。
と。なるほど。どっちか選べと。じ
グレーなんだあれ。
ゃあ富永さんですね。最
じゃあ
初。
最後富永さん。
It would make a lot of sense to make his 2 existing installs into his 2 triggers.
どっち選ぶ忍さん。
But if they leave SA2 for his super, then that's like super duper similar to
食らうか
to
ス
um,
副将。あじゃあ大将は。
Dhalsim super
大使。
for the regular super anyway. If they just kill regular SA2 and just make it the sun for the super, that sounds like it's gonna be pretty hard to combo
い
into.
いよもういい。
Uppercut's also an okay anti-air and an okay reversal, but I usually use it to end chicken and nothing
大
else.
将
大将
大将大将
大将の富永さんだね。
大将富永さんですね。
さあいつものだね。
結局これかい。
結局これ。
結局忍たい富永。
スーフィアにダッシュ投げ。飛び道具より速い球だよね。頭っていうか走って投げだよね。
なんか生きるメラゾーマって感じです。
Backdash? Hell no. This is third strike.
かっこいいな。あれメ
I don't backdash
か
ever.
っこいいな。ただのダッシュ
Wake up block, wake up delayed tick, wake up parry are the 3 I do 99% of the time between those 3. Every now and then I do a wake up EX uppercut or a wake up light uppercut.
肘はね待たない
Light uppercut's pretty hard to punish, but it's only unthrowable, it's not
ダッシュ
invincible.
してる時はさ後ろ行ってんじゃん頭が。
Wake up EX uppercut is unthrowable and
やっと
invincible,
当たる。
but really easy to
難しい
punish.
んですよ。
You can technically do wake up EX uppercut to SA1 and that's, I mean to SA2, and that's a combo on hit. But on block it's interruptible,
全然リーチっぽ
but
く
it's
ない
not
距離じゃん。
too punishable.
いやあれリーチなんだよね。あれ
It's medium to end
いや
chicken.
離れてってたよ。
Hard gets 3 hits, but almost never do you actually have all 3 hits connect.
いやあれね
Medium does all its damage in 1 hit.
マジで。
うん
あリーチなんだ。
あれリーチなんだよ。
やばいなそれ。全く
You know what's funny is for the first like 3 years of playing Oro, I ended my chicken combos with light uppercut. And then one day I was like, why do I use light and not medium? And I started doing medium instead.
終了
They both work.
富永さん
Medium does a
スイッチ
smidge more
だった挨拶
damage.
なんかソニックキャットパンチさんが挨拶しろって言ってるよ。
But when I learned the muscle memory for the combo for whatever reason, I learned just by watching and I just used light.
スイッチを買ってきました。
I saw that light worked and I just used
あ
it.
れ
The
いや
the name people usually call Oro Stomp is the chicken scratch.
出たやつを
出たやつ。
Or is that's what people used to say.
結構前に出たやつ。
So you're looping chicken scratch. It's the chicken combo.
蓄能
はい。
蓄能症で。
来週ちょっとこれ
It's not the actual name of the move, it's just like a Western name that got really popular. Like, chicken wing for Fei Long. Very nice. Is this casuals? Is the tournament over? Is this an exhibition? Is it Furo versus Tominaga? Favorite iteration of a fighting game character? It's that very one. It's Aura. They strike Aura. Big damage. Big dizzy. Big kill here. I love the whiff dash punch for the extremity build and to set him up so he's got his back to the corner. It's perfect. Tominaga is literally perfect. How did he get so strong? That whiff stand short is super scary. It doesn't look too bad. But he can do a Karakusa from it. And when he's whiffing the stand short there, that I call it strong short. When he's whiffing the stand short there, he's baiting people to jump because they're afraid of the Karakusa. But he's also not committing to anything. Oh my god. Block 3 EX Rikas and then dash in and throw. Tominaga's on some other shit.
めんどくさいから上の方は拾いませんよ。カート杖、テレフォンしないショッキングとかただの上映じゃん。先週放送は健三さんで記憶が全部上書きされてる。あ、確かに。先週言った
Close
ね。
Sphere specifically to punish the one high parry. Slash any number of low parries. Big brain Yang. Oh, the red! Oh, but he parried too many times. Yang's so stupid. They weren't trying to do anything. They were trying to supplement her movement without making it too good.
嫌になってきた。嫌になってる。けん玉みたいになってんじゃん。
Very nice. Job reset? Yeah, it was high enough. You can like visually spot. Where no the EX? Oh, that was nice. Ah, that's such a bad reversal, except against a very small number of things, such as the jump cross up dive kick or that towards medium kick. It won't hit grounded opponents.
うまいね。フロさんね、このロー EX ソードを確定うまいんだよね。
We've seen it a few times recently, but the hitbox is actually much bigger on the back than it is on the front. That Dizzy is looking pretty scary. Oh, that was it! That was it! EX Rika's looking terrifying right now. She's dead to it. Yang playing real safe. Just trying not to get Karakusid. Oh yeah. Cool juggle. Jump Fierce was JP3 starter. And then he got the stand Fierce on the ground. Normally you don't get a juggle out of air to airs, but if they stun, they're all JP3. All air normals. It's JP3 per hit too. So Ryu jump strong, be in 2 hits. You don't get a juggle at all, even if it dizzies. Or jump fierce, be in 2 hits.
あ、パン。後で行く。これエバラさん告知しますよね。
はい、じゃあ
Fudo's real good.
まだエントリーしてない、行こうかなって悩んでるけど、チームがなって人、斡旋とかもやってるんで。
I feel like these two are so much better than even when I used to watch them like 3 years ago.
で、もう人数
They were already good then, but I feel like these two are like really fucking good
で
now.
きてくれれば楽しめると思うんで。
I don't know. It's a
来てほしい
mystery.
なと。あと、うどんツアーもね、
They also like it against
期待してくれ
Chun-Li.
ば自分か
I think it's the wide crouching hitbox of both
ツイッ
characters.
ターとかで連絡してくれれ
Gives
ば
you
ぜ
some improved range conversions.
ひぜひ来てほしいなと思います。よろしくお願いします。
One of these days, someone will come in and tell us. The leading theories I see is that because they're wider when crouching, you get... What the fuck? There it was. We don't see that very often. So when Makoto does a neutral throw against you, she's got invincibility, but it wears off as soon as she hits a button. Like, she can just interrupt the end of the throw animation. But she doesn't hit any button there, so the invincibility never wears off. She's got the same thing with her Super 3. She's got a ton of invincibility, but like it's cancelable to anything, and if you cancel it, her hurt boxes return. It's probably something to do with the fact that it's the only throw that leaves the opponent on the ground. Normal throw. I think what happened was it would have been minus. Like, it's actually pretty... It's got kind of a lot of recovery. And if you do, like, reversal Ken Shippu, it would hit Makoto before she recovers. And for whatever reason, their solution for that, instead of making Makoto recover faster, their solution was to make it so that Shippu won't hit her because she's still invincible. But it's like, they gave it quite a lot of invincibility. It lasts longer than the recovery of the throw. So, like, if you forward throw Ken with Makoto, and he does reversal Shippu, the first hit of Shippu, like, goes through you. Maybe the second hit as well. I don't know why they gave her a throw that leaves the opponent standing anyway, but they didn't want her to be punishable for it, so they fixed it in the weirdest way imaginable. Nice. Oh, the TC. Very cool. Perfect. Yes, the mix-ups on Makoto. That caught an EX Rekka. I wouldn't have guessed that it would catch that. That would have done an ass ton if that hit. That Fukiage in the corner. That would have done most of Yang's remaining health. The cat! The cat's here. Imagine being good enough to get 4 wins in a row against fucking Tominaga. Nice punish. I wonder why the cat's not in the intro. Because I think it's supposed to be in the intro too. I'm guessing it's not because these two have a special intro together. Maybe the cat doesn't show up for special intros. You wouldn't immediately guess that these two have a special intro because of how subtle it is. They just bow. They do that little Chinese kung fu bow thing, that thing. Nice. I don't punish it consistently. Oh no. Optimal. Holy cow. Yeah, if I punish it with forward, I punish it pretty consistently. It just depends if it's a space dash punch. I get it just about every time if I'm punishing with close forward. Ooh, that's gonna kill, isn't it? Not quite. He doesn't have the dash in because of the midair connect. That would have killed. Makoto's so scary. Ah, that's so difficult to see which side Yang ends up on. And then he's a pretty attractive fox-faced guy. Ooh. Oh no! He's dead. Empty jump parry. He literally died for it. Was it worth it? What's funny is even with Makoto having that on any Karakusa when she's got her back to the corner, this is going pretty back and forth. And it's not like Yang is a counterpick from Makoto either. This is probably a 5-5, or perhaps, like, at the best, a 6-4 in Makoto's favor. But my money's on a 5-5. But it's like a 5-5 with that. With this touch of Dizzy. He can't get a second super. He got the... It bounced the wrong way. Ah, nice Fukiage nerd. That's a more typical thing for Fukiage to do on Wake Up. Is to lose and then die. Nice. Good to pull that out eventually, occasionally. No mean follow-up, CX dash punch I expect. Not even. EX dash punch here for sure. For the stun. Yeah, very nice. Oh my god. Furo can't find anything. Okay, that was good. Cool thing about close medium kick super jump is that even if it's parried, you can get out of the range of their punish. Oh. He waited a bit too. You see that? He got the parry and then he waited for just a second. You know why? It's because he was checking his swing for a super. Makoto didn't have the meter. But he doesn't react to the meter, he reacts to parrying a chop. He's like, is there a super here? He's been in that scenario too many times before. You get the punish either way, it's very unsafe. Very nice. Walk in low parry. Ah, always sad when that happens. Nice. No way to make that bigger. Meaty close or meaty towards Fierce is super weird. Tommy was looking for something that wasn't low block, but who can blame him? Could have been a command grab at any point. Nice sweep. That has more range than any of Yang's other pokes, except maybe like a far roundhouse or something. A button that you wouldn't hit. It hit, the low roundhouse hit when the low forward wouldn't have hit, so it was kind of smart. He did that dash so early, Makoto rolled the other way. The game will auto-correct your quick stands so that you're always rolling away from the opponent. Okay, nice. Ah, no punish. There we go. This is casuals. Furo playing EX. Yeah. He went for the link too. It's not a hard link, but that was daring. EX Checkos was gonna stun. Whoa! Fucking cash. Cash money. Must be nice. Give it here, I'll eat it. Honestly, getting a free McChicken isn't that much worse than paying for a McChicken because they only cost like $1. It's like $1.30. I remember when McChickens were $1.09. Those are the days. Candles here. I went to the store a few months ago trying to buy a bag of Skittles, and I noticed that Skittles are now $1.40, and I was like, what the fuck? What's up with that? Didn't even shake out. Come on, Tommy. I got red Skittles this time. I like all flavors of Skittles. My favorite is sour, but they fuck up your teeth and your tongue and your gums. So I usually get plain these days. Original. Okay, I like all the Skittles they got at my fucking local places. Because I've never seen spicy Skittles in my life. They got like the sour and the tropical and the wild berry. Best flavor Skittles are the chocolate ones with the M. That's a fine opinion. Oh, TC would have been good there.
やっちまった感。やっちまった感。
I definitely gonna second the step one losing weight is not drink soda, because holy shit. I've never been a big fan of soda at all, but when I look at soda, when half of your fucking McDonald's meal, half the calories are the fucking large Coca-Cola. Just drink water. Alright, this is more than a little anti-Semitic, but have you guys ever heard the phrase, the liquid Jew? Because I heard that and I thought it was funny as fuck. Apologies to any actually Jewish people here. The idea is that there's a secret cabal of Jewish people running America, and one of the ways they run America is they keep Americans nice and fat and helpless, and they do that with soda. So people call soda the liquid Jew. It's quite an elaborate conspiracy theory. Oh, wow. Didn't work, though. Laugh and grow fat, like Fat Man. There's something about the whole idea that's just hilarious to me, though. And then about the term as well. Just makes me laugh when I think about it. Like the N-word being called the gamer word. It's just funny. Have you guys ever heard that one? He said the gamer word. You know, because gamers say it. Ah. Close sphere struggle. I remember old warheads.
そうなんですよね。ネシカバ
Good
ある
lord,
だ
those
け
things
マ
could
シで
kill
す
you.
よね。サード置いてあるゲーセンすらないですからね、今。確かネシカバンってなんか、通常技当てた後の音
Ah,
が
it was a valiant effort.
気持ち悪くてやんなかった。
Cool punish. Dash to get closer to the wall that he would be jumping off of to make it faster. I'd start prepping for work soon. It's already 7:20 and I'm supposed to be at work at 8.
なんとなく覚えて
But
ま
I'm
すけど
enjoying these sets. It hurts. It hurts, bros. And there's still like 30 minutes of them. Legit 30 minutes left of just sets between these two players. I see some Urian at the end and Chun-Li. Maybe we can jump straight to the Chun-Li and the Urian.
頑張って
Oh,
る
it's a
から
calm Chun-Li. What about the Urian? Is the Urian real? Yeah, it is. Alright. Why is it always Joker and Tyler Durden? You notice that? It's always those two. And Rick. That is great. Fukiage SA1. No, I cannot watch 3S at work. I guess I can if I'm in the bathroom. My work has Wi-Fi. Aw, too far. Cool punish. Really cool punish. I like the partitioned backdash into tackle. Those are really easy to do, but it's still cool to see them. Cooking with Beth, huh? Ironically, I still cook. It's boring. Do you really want to watch me fucking make pasta? Punish? Oh. Sad. I like angel hair. Nice. Good roundhouse. Ooh. I put peas in my angel hair. Judge not, lest you be judged.
だからスバルさん、あれみんないた
And then we'll do social eating with Beth where I eat the angel hair.
三角アクション仮面さん面白いよな。
And then I say, pretty please give me donations. We already have story time with Beth. It's during any downtime in a game I'm playing. I find a fanfiction and I read it. Oh.
うまい。うまいと。あ
Whoa. She got cut in half. I'm afraid to click this link.
本当ユリアン硬いね。
Oh, fuck, it's a 4chan post.
そうユリアン、あ、そういえばフロさんとさっきユリアンの魅力について話してましたけど、こいつ勝てんすよ。それもいい感じです。
This Urian's good. Oh, that was... I shouldn't have said anything. Horrible jump away in place of a tackle. Carcass is not a hit grab. This is a regular old grab.
嬉しいこと言ってくれるじゃん。一つ教えてほしいが、バインさんはバーサス来ないの。ああ、わかんないっす。なんでですか？むしろ俺が知りてえっす。
Yes, nice easy
じゃ
combo.
ないですか。疲れてるとか。
I think that's it. I think I gotta start
じゃあ
prepping for work.
今日はもう配
It's
信
been
会
good,
で
boys.
作業し
Let's
ます
do it
ので
again tomorrow.
配信終わり。
キャラ差でした。じゃあまあ来